I'm pissed off. Fucking, I set up the time to do the recording on, what was it? We were going to do Wednesday.
No, Thursday.
Thursday? Yeah, and then
we were going to do before Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, and then we got halfway through the fucking recording just to find out that the audio got fucked up. And it's not Yeah. It wasn't even recording the audio. I'm just like, alright, I'm just going to kill myself now. So we're doing it Sunday, the 17th, and we already texted between each other who we're going to pick for our predictions for Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
And we were doing it just enough time for Sunday football. Because it's currently fucking 12:30 Central Time. So every game's in the first quarter right now. The ones that are playing. So we get to predict fairly early on in the game.
Yeah, I looked because I was like, oh, maybe we can squeeze this in right before they start at noon. It's 12:24, so I was like, okay, first quarter, still plenty of football left.
Yeah, and I apologize for getting a little bit too drunk last night.
It's okay. It happens.
I really needed to let loose.
Let some frustrations out.
Yeah. Very frustrating week. So, we're going to...
Can I tell you the highs and lows of my morning?
Yeah, sure.
So, highs and lows of one particular event. So, yesterday we went to First Watch. Mm-hmm. And you know how a lot of their stuff is like whole grain and like... So, this morning, I passed it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, I haven't pooped like that in so long that it, like, crest out of the water. I haven't had a poop like that in months, maybe a year. It felt so good.
Oh, my God.
And when I went to wipe, there's no toilet paper. So I had to shuffle from the bathroom.
So it was a high and a low all in one moment.
High and a low. And I was in, it was like my pajamas were down to my ankles. And you know how we have that makeshift doggy gate with the two ladders? I had to, like, bolt that while the pants were still attached to my ankles.
I'm assuming your living room window. Your living room
window
just open, so you got mud butt. The dog's trying to lick your fucking cheeks.
No, I was smart enough. I got her. You ever heard of a bully stick or a bully?
No.
It's like bull dick, but like dried up, and the dogs they go crazy for it. So
yeah, I bet she does.
Yeah, she does.
Right, so we gotta cover last week's.
What up?
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't know I could do that.
I don't know that either. That's a good one. You got me off guard with that. But we'll go into talking about week 2 of college football, and also we can just hop right into the scores of week 3 as well.
Nebraska finally got a win.
Okay. What is it? Texas beat Alabama last week. That was fucking huge, 34-24.
And when we talked about it Thursday, we talked about the controversy.
Yeah, the whole
with the student section, they can go
yelling at
Yeah.
Guys,
we went on a diatribe about it. We're real social justice warriors over here. So
we got in deep on the convo. All for the primetime beat Nebraska.
That was last week.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Like we're just covering
I'm
like the big ones.
3.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of week. I kind of was like, eh.
I was like, we're gonna glance over the big stories from week 2.
Yeah.
And then
I was honestly ready just to talk about week 3 because most of it's already happened.
All right.
Week 3 in the football, just because we're already kind of late to the party.
I figure, for in continuity state, we could talk about like the big stories. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on week 3 then. I'm gonna look at the AP top 20 or top 25, like those stories. Mm-hmm. See if there's anything interesting. Alabama beat Southern Florida. I don't even know how Alabama's still fucking in the AP poll, but Oregon, LSU. K-State lost to Missouri.
Yeah, by a 66-yard field goal?
Yeah, it was 61.
Oh, 61, sorry. Yeah. It was funny because I'm at work, and when I'm at work, and it's kind of like because whenever it's those, like, football Sunday or Saturday, there's not a lot of people coming in to my store. So we just throw on any football game that's going on. And, like, if there's any customers, sometimes they're interested in it, and they're kind of like, oh, what's the game? And it's like a conversation starter. We turned on that game right when, like, the crowd was rushing the field, and I was like, okay, well, that game's over. Didn't, like, read into it. I just skipped over it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, well. And someone told me, like, later on what happened, and I was like, damn, I wish I was on just, like, a minute or two sooner.
I was watching the Iowa State game, and Iowa State was finally making its comeback, like, after having no offense. Like, they went down and scored, kicked the ball off to them. There's fucking 4 minutes left, and Ohio had been running the ball very well, like, they were running perfect offense of just, like, nose of the grind zone, fucking, we're gonna run it down your fucking throat kind of offense. And Iowa State finally stopped them. And it was like, we were making stops, like, so they weren't scoring. But, like, it would take a while, and they just eat up so much clock that, like, there's pretty much no game for us. And it was starting to piss me off. And we get the ball back with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And it's 10-7. And Iowa State, like, their fucking quarterback throws it. And it hits the receiver in the fucking hands. And he gets hit from behind, and it pops up, and then the defense fucking intercepts it. And I'm just like, all right. I literally just threw up my hands and said, fuck this shit. Turned off the TV, and I called up my buddy. I'm like, hey, do you still want to go shooting? Like, I need to go let off some steam.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you saw me shoot an MP5 full auto?
Yeah.
That shit was fucking dope, man. Let me tell you.
Is that yours or is that your buddy's?
That was a rental. At the store.
Oh.
Dude, it was $20 rental. I'm like, I've never seen a full auto rental for $20.
And you're like,
I was like, I have to do this.
Yeah, fucking $20.
Yeah.
Is that with, like, the cost of ammo, or did you have to buy ammo too?
No. I had to buy their ammo. We had a fuck ton of 9mm. They're like, you have to use our ammo. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, for $20, it's like, yeah, whatever.
But yeah, so the K-State game was going on when the Iowa State game was going on. So, like, I threw up my hand, said, fuck it, got my truck loaded up with all my guns to go to... It sounds like I'm going to shoot up a place. But yeah, I loaded up to go to the range, and...
Say that. That sounds a lot better.
And I'm going to pick up my buddy, and there's just a bunch of people having darties outside, like, watching the K-State game or, like, listening to it on a radio. They're just drinking, having a good time. They call it darties.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
day parties?
What is that?
That's stupid. Yeah.
That's stupid as fuck. Just
I don't know.
Party.
That's what I said too, but it's just.
I thought you just stuttered, and I was just like, "Hold up, like we're not gonna walk past this."
Yeah, I'm being retarded. Like,
yeah, like what the fuck's a darty?
Fucking. What was it? Oh yeah, but like, I'm going to pick him up, and we're like bullshitting. We load up his guns and shit like that into my truck as well. And as we're leaving, I just see all these sad people in their front yards and backyards, just like... This is like a bunch of old white people and like college kids. Like, it's just a mix. Like, there's like the random suburban family also drinking outside watching the game, and then you got the college kids also doing the same thing, and they're like neighbors. It's just like... They're all just look so sad and depressed. There's, like, people doing the sad walk home with, like, their case of beer. Yeah, they're, like, they're like kicking their feet, like, God damn. And it was just like, what happened? I think K-State must have lost. And I finally look it up, and I'm like, oh my God, I'd fucking be devastated.
Yeah. Which, like, do you know what the record is? It's like 69 yards in college.
I think so, too.
Yeah, no, we looked it up. It is. It happened in, like, Texas. I can't remember. It's like a smaller school, if I remember right.
Texas Tech?
No, let me look it up. Go ahead and keep talking.
Okay. But yeah, I was just driving around Manhattan just seeing everybody depressed in their front yards. And I thought it was extremely funny. And I was like, I'm not the only one that has to be sad today in this town.
So the longest college football field goal happened. Wow, it happened a long time ago. That's when Joe Hansen kicked a 69-yard field goal against East Texas State, becoming the record holder for the longest. October 16th, 1976.
76?
76, yeah.
Wow.
And then the NFL is only 66 yards, so.
Huh. That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. That was Justin Tucker, last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah. Colorado beat Colorado State.
I didn't watch that one. I was watching the UFC.
Well, I was
But I
drinking.
I heard that it was a good game, went to overtime. But we have it on our notes, man. I'm just tired of hearing about Coach Prime.
Yeah. I mean,
tired of it.
He's already proved that he is good at coaching.
Yeah.
And like you're already 3-0. You took a team that was 1-11 last year.
I think so.
And they're already doubled their record from the last season. You're a good coach. Hooray. Yeah. Like now let's go get past it.
My thing is I'm tired of seeing all the commercials that's just about him. It's just like
well, I mean, that's what happens when you have money.
Yeah, that's true. God, that plane is flying awfully low. Good Lord.
Good thing it's not New York.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go to last week's pro football, and we'll talk about our picks. We'll just brush past them. So we were both right on the Lions.
Yep.
I was right on the Falcons beating the Panthers.
Yep.
We were both wrong picking the Bengals.
Yep. That was a defensive game.
Yeah. The Jags lost to the Colts or beat the Colts 31-21. We're both right there. We both picked the Vikings to win over the Bucks, and the Baker Mayfield pulled something out of his hat.
Yeah, he looked really good. I'm not gonna lie, he looked really fucking good.
The Saints beat the Titans, and I had picked the Saints. You'd picked the Titans. Yep. Steelers lost to the 49ers. That was a terrible game to watch. The Commanders.
Fan.
Yeah. Well, it also, part of me was just it was nice watching Brock Purdy play so well.
Yeah.
It was just okay. I'm not that mad, but I'm also still kind of mad. It's just my team couldn't do anything on offense.
Well, the 49ers play the Rams this week, so...
You're going to be feeling the same thing?
Probably. I hope not, though.
The Commanders beat the Cardinals 20-16. Ravens 25-9 over the Texans. Packers beat the Bears 38-20. Raiders beat the Broncos 17-16. Eagles beat the Patriots 25-20. Dolphins beat the Chargers 36-34. Rams beat the Seahawks.
Ooh.
Cowboys fucking shut out the Giants.
That one was a crazy game to watch.
And then we're going to go into... What was it? The Jets game with Aaron Rodgers and his torn fucking Achilles.
Yeah, so my roommate was talking to me about it. I couldn't find any source that backed this up, but apparently a lot of players are getting together about doing a walkout because they're tired of the AstroTurf, just because of the amount of injuries that it's costing.
What the hell? I hadn't heard of that.
I didn't hear about that either until you told me last night, but I looked it up. I went on Google. I went on ESPN. I saw nothing that backed that up. But it makes sense. Apparently, it's the owners that just don't want to pay the money to get it replaced, but it's causing too much injuries.
Yeah.
Like they're saying that Aaron Rodgers, like that was the main cause of it, like the slip with the tackles, with towards ACL or his Achilles, excuse me, and when OBJ during the Super Bowl. That happened to him. I think his was his MCL.
I think it was MCL as well.
A couple other players that have gotten that turf.
Yeah, the turf is not fun. It is nice though. Like sometimes it's a little bit softer to land on than normal grass. Which is probably the only upside to it. But
they practice on grass. So I think their thing is just like, if we're gonna practice on grass, then play on grass because they're probably used to that. And I don't know if it's something with the cleats, but I mean, you saw it last Super Bowl too. Like they just kept slipping all the time, and they were blaming. I think they were taking off their cleats at certain points.
Yeah,
I think at the halftime they all took off their cleats. To kind of keep them.
I mean there are like different types of cleats made for different types of turf.
Right.
And like there was dudes when I played football that had multiple pairs of their same cleats, just depending on what type of turf we were playing. And it was just like if we were playing on a grass field, he'd pull out grass cleats. If we're playing on our home turf field, he'd pull out his fucking normal practice cleats. If we're playing at what was it? West O, he'd pull out a different pair of cleats because of the turf was made a little bit different. Yeah, like he just brought them with him, would see what it was like on the field, and then decide what cleats to wear.
Right.
So I'm not sure if like maybe they're fucking who is it? The equipment manager. The equipment manager. I don't know if they like packed the wrong shit. Like,
I doubt it's that.
Yeah,
I doubt it's that.
I was gonna say like I doubt it, but like, who knows? Maybe that's why they're all fucking slipping. But,
no, I think it's just the turf, and I think that's a big problem right now.
It definitely is. Holy fuck! I'm sorry, Matt.
What time did you go to bed last night?
I didn't get home until 2 a.m.
Okay, and then I'm assuming you had to get those. Oh well, because you didn't.
I got some. On here. I got drunk and then.
Yeah.
And that happened before I went to bed. Because after I did that thing I told you about, I went and grabbed some food because I was like, I am hammered and I want some food.
Okay.
And then I walked over to this place called DP Dough, and they just make calzones, and it's like probably the best thing to get while you're drunk. And I always get.
Is that the place that we went to when we were in Manhattan?
No.
That like Italian place? No.
No.
Okay.
No. No.
Did you know that Kenny's sister is
Yeah, I DM'd her and I haven't fucking heard back yet, but yeah, so they had like mac and cheese and bacon or like ham calzone, and I just walked it back to my apartment, plopped it down, threw on a YouTube video, and then I passed out on the couch like I normally
Smashed it.
Yeah, smashed it. There was a box on my chest when I woke up this morning. Like, of just like the marinara and barbecue sauce that I fucking dip it in, and it's just like on my chest. Hold on. Half a shoe on, the other one's on the other side of the fucking room. Don't know how that happened, but yeah.
So were you just at one darty, or did you bounce around darties?
So like I was walking out to the bars, and I got invited to one. I was just chilling and hanging out, and I just bullshitting, and then more and more people just started showing up and they're like, hey, we're going to another one, man. Like, do you want to come with? You seem pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, and I just started bouncing with them. Like, just walking the different house parties. Mm-hmm. It's always a good time. It's fun to just wander about, do your own side quest, and just kind of get off the beaten path and do something different.
I got put into the doghouse last night. I'll have to tell you about it when we stop recording.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, fucking the Jets-Bills game. I was telling you about it, like, you need to watch this game. Like, as it was happening, like, the last 4 minutes of it.
What was going on instead? That was Monday night, right?
Yeah.
I was watching something. I think I was watching How I Met Your Mother. I think I was just, like, whenever Aaron Rodgers went down, I was like, done.
Game's over. And then the Jets fucking... I turned on the TV when...
I think I watched that first drive was Zach Wilson, and I thought he looked like something. I think either he turned it over, or it was like a 3-and-out, or like... Making me yawn over here. I remember just going like, yep, this game's over.
Yeah, I was like...
But then I didn't expect Josh Allen to throw 3 interceptions to the same guy.
Dude,
and then...
fucking wild. What's his fucking face?
I turned it on right when they went into overtime. Bills did, I think they're 3-and-out. And I was like, okay, all right, you know. Jags or Jets ball. And then go ahead.
I turned on the game right as Garrett Wilson was making his tip to himself catch, like where he turned around, tipped it to himself as he's falling.
I saw that.
I literally turned on the game, and that's what happened immediately. Like, they snapped the ball, and we're like, "Oh my god, it's the greatest catch! Oh my god!" Like,
yeah, I saw the punt return, and I was like, "Well, I'm glad Stefan's told me to turn this game on so I could watch it for 5 minutes." Which I'm more mad at myself because I was like, I could have watched this game the whole time and been utterly surprised because I think we both picked the Bills to win.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah. It was like the last 4 minutes of the game. I'm like, dude, this shit's going to be wild, man. Like, trust me. And then Josh Allen's driving up the field, fucking makes an interception. And it's just like, no, what?
What's his name? Something Whitehead. I can't remember his name.
I was just looking at it. Yeah, throws another pick. And then the Jets take it down the field. They fucking doink it into the fucking... to get the field goal to tie it up.
Yep.
And then...
Oh, I saw that too. I forgot he doinked it in.
They doinked it in last second to make it 16-16. And then the fucking Jets, they take it in overtime. They get the stop. And they run back a fucking touchdown on the punt return. And I'm like,
crazy too.
I'm sitting there like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like,
now everyone's crying foul about was it a tripping or illegal?
Yeah.
But here's the thing: in real time, you really don't see it.
Yeah, you don't.
Except there was a referee right there.
And I'd also
right there.
I'd made the argument about how like he, what was it? Tried jump or like he was already trying to like do something. I forgot the argument I was making.
I think
it's not a good argument.
You said
he was already falling. Yeah.
Yeah, he was already falling, and I said that I thought it was his legs. He like extended his legs to trip up the other player. I thought that's what I saw.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
But like we both agreed it was a low block.
And I was like, like you can make that call. I don't think a lot of people would be mad if that call was made. And I mean, looks like also at the same mad that the call wasn't made.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think the only people really calling for are Bills fans.
Yeah.
Like,
understandably. So we already covered thoughts on Coach Prime, Aaron Rodgers. Yes. So for the first week, I'm at 10 wins, 6 losses, and you are at 8 wins, 8 losses.
Good even, you know.
This year we're gonna fucking keep it. Actually, fucking.
We should create a bet right now.
Okay.
What Like, I was gonna suggest slap bet, and then I was like, no, I don't want that. If I'm already 8-8,
yeah,
like,
it'll be Slapsgiving all over again.
It would be real either. So I was thinking like that, or like if we have like a night out, like whoever wins or loses their entire tab, like you just cover him for the whole day or whole night.
So
like drinks, dinner, whatever you want to do. Unless you got any better ideas.
I could go with dinner.
And if we go to the bars, then
maybe not all the drinks, but like just to get things started. Like if I'm already taking you out to dinner and buying your fucking.
Why are you already assuming that you're gonna lose?
No, I'm just saying like if I lose or like you I'm just in this hypothetical. I'm already taking someone out to dinner and buying them drinks. They're at dinner as well. Paying for all that. That's probably going to be close to $80 to $100 depending on the place you go. Unless you take them to fucking McDonald's.
Well, hold on. We don't have to go to like around the bend steakhouse. We don't have to do like.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like.
It could just be like any. It doesn't even have to be dinner. I was just saying.
We could also do the. Are there any IHOPs?
Oh no.
Sit in an IHOP for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And like you get an hour off for every pancake you eat.
So like such a cliche. I feel like there's been other ones that you sent me.
Some of them are like just like degenerate though too.
Yeah, like the taking the blow up doll to dinner. Yeah. It's just like, eh.
There's the one where it's just like, winner has to get a girl pregnant, loser has to take care of the child.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, what?
We can think of a bet later on, but how about this? Next episode, we come up with three ideas.
Let's just go with slap bet.
How many slaps are you thinking? Or do you want to do it like whatever the differential is? Like say if it's like say you beat me by one, it's like one slap.
Okay.
You want to do it like that?
Yeah. All right.
And I really hope whoever loses doesn't lose really bad.
All right, this is about to get serious now for me. I'm never going out again. You're gonna see spreadsheets. It's gonna look like
it's never gonna be like, well, I guess that the Lions gonna win. I don't know.
It's gonna be like red strings all over the fucking apartment, connecting the dots. Who's gonna win? I'm gonna become a complete incel.
It's gonna. But I think for the slap bet, I'm under the impression that it can't be. You have to it's like a power slap where you wind up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's like kind of how it's like you don't really see it coming.
Yeah.
And it's just like a bam.
Yeah.
But I also might come up with a second idea because I don't really fancy the idea of getting slapped.
I don't fancy the idea of getting slapped either.
So if none of us come up with a better idea next episode, then it's
slap bet.
It's on slap bet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna write it in the spat.
Okay. I'll clean out the fucking the colors and all the.
Here, while you're doing that,
talk.
Oh,
who won Monday Night Football?
The Eagles won.
The Eagles won, so we're both right there. I'll just tack that one.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, Eagles won 34-28. Honestly, I think if the Vikings didn't have a really slow start, they could have made that game
fucking
more interesting.
There's one thing I saw. I'm looking at the Vikings right now. I just want to see this shit. It's so funny. Like, what was it? Kirk Cousins is on record to have like one of the best passing seasons of like any quarterback ever, but he's already 0-2. It's just like he's gonna have like a record-setting year and be 0-11 or like 0-16.
I can't remember if we talked about this or if I just said it to someone else. When you're not looking, Kirk Cousins is the greatest quarterback. Yes. When you get him on like prime time, he's just useless. It's just like he just forgets how to play the position of quarterback.
364 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, highest QB.
He went off towards the end.
Yeah, it was just like
if you look at your fantasy, Aaron had Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
got 28.56 out of it. You had Jalen Hurts, and he also did pretty good.
He had 193 passing yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. I might have had him beat if Jalen Hurts didn't have an interception, but that's about it. DeAndre Swift, 175 yards of fucking rushing, 1 touchdown. Pretty much Devonta Smith. That's how it's fucking said? All right.
Hold up, wait. You're making me... I'm fucking mad at fucking... Hold up, wait. I might be confusing him. Where the fuck is the... Oh, here we go. Should be... DeAndre Swift, and Devontae. So Devontae Smith and DeAndre Swift. I had fucking Swift, and I didn't fucking start him this week because last week he did less than a whole point.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, why would I get burnt?
Yeah.
If it's a close game, this week he goes off and does 25 fucking points. It's like, dude, for real? Oh, fucking real? But it's because I think Boston Scott went down. Jalen Hurts didn't run as much as he usually does. So I was a little peeved, but we'll live and learn.
So we got the Packers and the Falcons.
Right now?
Yeah.
Are you going to look at the current score?
Obviously, I'm going to be looking at it, but I'm also forgetting what the other dudes. So it's Jordan Love and Desmond Riddler. And,
both of them are pretty new.
I heard Jordan Love actually didn't do that bad last week.
No, he did really well.
So I think I might have to go Packers on this one.
I'm also going Packers.
Okay. Raiders Bills. Do you think fucking Josh Allen has some?
I think Josh Allen gets his head out of his ass. And
I was gonna lean the same way too.
Yeah. Okay. So right now he's 11 for 11 with 1 touchdown. He's only been sacked once. I think he's starting to make smarter plays.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna win it. But I don't think. I mean, right now it's a really close game, and I still expect it to be a close game. I mean, Jimmy G's looking really good too right now.
Ravens Bengals. Do you think
is
Joe Burrow gonna pop off or?
I don't know. Right now, I feel like I'm cheating since I'm looking like right now.
We're both looking, so it's fine.
Yeah, and well, I'm saying like So let's see here. Man, Cincy's whole offense ain't really doing much right now. 4 for 5 for passing, one carry. OBJ's looking really, I mean, not really good, but
Come on, game time decision.
Baltimore.
Baltimore?
I was say Baltimore. I want Cincinnati though, but
I do too, but I think Lamar Jackson has a little bit better weapons going on. Lions, Seahawks, I'm going Lions, baby.
I'm going Lions too.
Let's go. Keep it going. That's honestly one thing that I'm going to keep on going is just going, yeah, let's go Lions. That's
until something really bad happens, I'm just spamming the Lions.
Yeah. It's like
Chargers,
when you're
Titans, I'm going Chargers for sure.
I'm going to have to agree with you
on like that. What?
I'm going to have to agree with you on that. Chargers over Titans.
Well, because I think Justin Herbert did really well last week.
He did.
But it got outshined because the Dolphins also did very well.
Yeah. And Tua fucking went off. And then Tyreek Hill fucking gets everybody 50 points on fantasy somehow. It's just like, what is it? Bears, Buccaneers. I want to go Bucks.
Dude, with the way that Baker Mayfield's looking right now, it's hard to not say Bucks.
And also watching the Bears get absolutely fucked. Yeah. I'm gonna lean on Baker Mayfield and go with the Bucks.
I'm leaning on Baker. Now this game, I feel like we're gonna pick differently because this is Chiefs Jaguars. I am thinking Jaguars.
I'm thinking Jaguars too.
You are?
Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking it's gonna be a close game. Like Trevor Lawrence. I think it's gonna stay either 3 or a 6-point game. Like that's going to be the deciding factor.
Possession game. Well, hold on, wait. Before I make my decision, is Travis Kelce in the game?
I think he is. Actually, fuck, I need to check fantasy. Yeah. They said he's healthy.
He hasn't caught a pass yet.
Dude, I swear to God, if it's another week.
He did get targeted once, but he has not had a pass thrown to him.
Dude, T. Higgins doesn't even have a single.
You know what I'm saying? I'm honestly thinking about putting Joe Burrow on the bench until he can figure out what the fuck's going on with him.
Dude, I'm about to lose my fucking marbles, dog. T. Higgins is about to come out. I'm about to put OBJ in there and fucking. Oh my God.
But yeah, I think, man.
I really need Debo and Bryce Hall to fucking pop off. Along with James Conner.
Debo usually goes off against the Rams. He's pretty good. Well, I think they need to do more passes to Kelce because he's 0-1.
Yeah.
And they're into the second quarter. What's the time on that?
It's
10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. I think we both said Jags, right?
Yep. I locked it in.
Man, I still don't think the Texans are worth snot, so I'm going to go Colts.
Yep.
I feel like this is where we're going to disagree. I'm going to go Rams.
I'm going Niners, Doug. 49ers.
So that's the first game. Now, bro, if the Giants lose to the Cardinals, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen, but I'm going Giants on this one.
Yeah.
Especially, what happened to fucking Kyler Murray? Is he out?
I don't know.
We got Josh Dobbs in there.
I'm going to go Cards.
What?
Did you not see how many times fucking Danny Dimes got sacked by the Cowboys?
Yeah, but Budda Baker's out. Josh Woods is out. And so it's pretty big for the defense. I feel like they're going to – and I don't think Saquon was able to get going. And the Dallas defense is way better stacked up than the Cardinals. So I'm going Giants on this one.
You make some valid points. I'm going to agree.
Okay.
I didn't know they had so many fucking people missing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess some of them were questionable, but
I could not spell to fucking save my life. Jets over Cowboys. It was like, we're going to fucking follow the MILF Hunter now.
I'm going to go Cowboys over Jets.
I thought you said you were going to never vote for the Cowboys.
Yeah, well, now that a slap bet's potentially on the line, I don't want to get slapped.
I'm still going to stick with it. I'm going to,
stick with your guns. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
If I end up getting slapped, I end up getting slapped. But if I win, though, and it's all because I stay true to who I was.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Commanders over Broncos.
Yeah, I also want to see, the Commanders just look like Brandon Robinson Jr. I'm a big fan of him so far. They got Scary Terry and Samuel. I don't know how I feel about the new QB, but I want to try to watch a little bit of that game if I can't see the Rams game. So this should be primetime Sunday night.
Yeah.
We're looking at
Dolphins. Yeah.
God, Dolphins, bro. Come on. Yeah. What are we talking about here? And then they treated us to 2 Monday Night Footballs. Oh, no, I do work Monday. What do I do, though?
You work.
I work Monday through Friday this next week. Damn, I close Monday. All right, we'll have that game on. Oh, especially it's an all dude shift. Yeah, we're watching football Monday.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Saints over Panthers and Browns over Steelers.
You're gonna go the Browns?
So my only reason is because I have Nick Chubb on fantasy.
That is fair.
I need him to go off, so I gotta support my.
You gotta support your team.
Gotta support, but I also have Najee Harris. So
yeah,
and Najee Harris, but I also have Njoku, their tight end. So I got one more. Browns player then.
All right, so.
Damn, I might lose to Josh in fantasy because Joe Burrow is in the red zone right now. Please get a touchdown. Please get.
Is there anything else you wanted to cover?
I wanted to talk about the UFC real quick.
Okay. Can we do one thing right quick? I need to poop.
Yeah.
So
if you want, I can. If you want, I know you're not super. I can just talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'll come
around.
I do want to be around, and then we can talk about it. Yeah.
Then yeah.
I'm looking at the timestamp. I'll poop, edit, and then yeah.
Okay. Your worst comes to worst if you don't want to edit. You can just read off some scores real quick. So currently, we got Packers leading Falcons 7-3 with 7:28 in the second quarter. We have with the Packers ball. We got Raiders with the football second, 2:56 with the Bills leading 14-10. Bengals ball in the Ravens end zone or red zone, excuse me. Down 7-10. So Joe Burrow, please get a passing touchdown so I can get some fucking points. Lions leading the Seahawks with Seahawks controlling the ball at the 2-minute warning, second quarter. Chargers leading 11-7 with the ball coming real close to Tennessee. Red zone in Tennessee territory. Bears have the ball in the Buccaneers territory. 3:50 left in the second. Jaguars ball with it 2-5 on the Jacksonville's 31. 7:30 left to play in that quarter. And then currently we got Colts and Texans. Same 7 minutes. Texans ball in Indy territory. Third down. Third down. So. And Joe Burrow's passes incomplete to Jamar Chase. I'm assuming out goes the field goal unit to tie it up. Motherfucker. Oh, man. I thought Joe Burrow did so well. Y'all want to see what my co-host sends me while he's in the bathroom? You can't read it since it's backwards. It says, well, let me start over. So the little red ball says Taco Bell, and it says my rear end. I'm assuming this is a visual representation on what Matty Light is doing in the bathroom right now after his day of drinking. I do love how some meme pages just copy of other meme pages and post it like it's their own damn thing.
That fucking video I sent you? Yeah. Accurate representation of what was going on.
Okay, when you go back to edit this, I want you to, because I show it and I was like, this is an accurate, I literally, word for word, I said, this is an accurate representation on what Matt's doing right now.
I might just keep it in. I heard you talking.
Yeah, I talked, but there's like a point where I
just
ran out of things to talk about. Yeah, because I was talking about, I was just doing scores.
Keeping things updated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh, Joe Burrow's in the red zone. Let's get a touchdown.
And did he?
Nope, we got a field goal.
What the fuck, dude?
The fuck, dude?
All right, so UFC recap.
All right, so it's UFC Noche. You know what Noche means?
No.
It's night in Spanish, I believe, because I think we're close to the Mexican Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
So UFC wanted to do the UFC Spanish or Mexican night. I think I think it is Mexican. But I don't want to say like Noche is Mexican for night, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Main event was the rematch between Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. Ended in a draw. I want to go back and watch that fight, but man, I had it for Alexa Grasso. I think, and I'm not a huge fan of when the UFC wants to run it back immediately and do another rematch, especially since they went from this fight to a rematch.
Yeah,
I honestly do want to see them run it back for the trilogy. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what both of them want to do. Hopefully, since they honestly both got kind of beat up. Valentina took in 199 strikes, and Alexa Grasso 262. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a fucking.
Both got a lot of damage. Valentina scored more headshots, and then more control time. A lot of people, since it was a draw, there was one referee. I think it was Mark Bell. And like the UFC always have fucking terrible judging, but you know they say don't fucking leave it up to the judges. Because the last round they scored it 10-8. For the champion to retain, which led to the draw because it was a split decision before then.
Yeah.
Speaking of split decisions, Kevin Holland lost his split decision to Jack Della Maddalena.
Oh, wow.
Pretty competitive back and forth fight. Kevin Holland was landing more strikes, but I think they weren't the most damaging of strikes. And towards I think it was the first round and the end of the third round, there's just a lot of Kevin backing up while Jack's advancing forward, because that's just what Jack does. He advances forward in the last 30 seconds. So leads to the judges to want to give that round to him. Raul Rosas Jr., he's an 18-year-old prospect. He's 8-1. He finished Terrence Mitchell first round, less than a minute by TKO. I came in, because I was at work, I came in just to see the highlight of that. I missed that whole fight.
Oh,
wow. And then Daniel Zellhuber, I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Finished Gallegos by a anaconda chokes, second round, and then Kyle Nelson won by unanimous decision. And then, I mean, you could talk about the prelims if we want to, but
prelims
kind of. What's that?
Prelims are gross.
It depends. Like, I think this next week of prelims, I'm just gonna kind of run through this next week too. If you're right with it, I kind of want to run through my predictions. Next week, I just want to talk about the fights real quick for this one.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of old prospects from Tough coming in on this one. Muhammad Usman, who's related to Kamaru Usman, the brothers. He's fighting. Jay Collar, pretty good heavyweight matchup there. See Tim Means fighting. That's gonna be a good fight. Charles Jourdain is fighting. That's gonna be what starts us off on the main card for UFC Fight Night. Brian Battle's fighting AJ Fletcher. That's gonna be a great fight. Good to see Brian Battle back in there. Mm-hmm. Michelle Watterson coming back in. That's the karate hottie. And then you got Bryce Mitchell versus Dan Ige for your co-main event. And then to finish it off, you have Faziz versus Gamrot. And lightweights like to bang. So you'll probably see that as a real big firework showdown. So that'd be an exciting one to watch if you're free on a Saturday night. Not the most star-studded cast, but it's going to be a pretty.
Is it pay-per-view or?
It's free on ESPN Plus. Yep.
I was just looking at baseball, and I was like, do you think?
When I thought the Cardinals were coming up.
Yeah,
right
same.
back down.
Like the Pirates started hot. I don't know if they started red hot, and then out of nowhere they just stopped. And now me and you are just kind of like.
Who's that? The fucking guy. McCutcheon.
Yeah. Andrew McCutcheon.
Is it Andrew McCutcheon?
Yeah.
He
came back.
I think I liked him better.
Yeah.
When he's on. When he's on the Pirates, I think he's just one of those guys
that like looks good in the black and gold, like.
Yeah, franchise guy. I'm a big fan of.
And he grew up in
franchise guy.
Yeah, he grew up in the Pittsburgh's minor teams.
I don't think he did super well outside of Pittsburgh.
No, he didn't.
I like to see him back.
Yeah, maybe they can build around Andrew McCutcheon again as a DH.
I don't know how many more years you're gonna get out of that guy.
I think they just need him as like a hero, kind of like for them, and that's why he's the DH though. It's just like he just hits.
Yeah, he's probably a good locker room guy.
Yeah,
good like leader for them. I mean, he's been with that club for a while.
Yeah, he already spent the majority of his career.
There's that one talent, the young guy. I can't remember his fucking name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He's the one that he hits like super far, super fast.
Yeah.
He had two.
It's just like looks like a fucking piss missile every time. And
yeah.
Let me look at their roster right quick. Do you know if it's an infielder or outfielder?
I think he's an outfielder.
Is it Jack Sawinski?
Hold up.
He's a center fielder.
I feel like he's one of those names as soon as I see it.
Or Key Brian Hayes.
No, I mean, he's pretty good too. Ooh, active roster. Here we go.
Jihan Bay.
Is it Luis Ortiz? You know what? I don't remember. Or these? Oh, those are pitchers. No, it's definitely not him.
Oh, Brian Reynolds.
No, it's I think it's Miguel Ajuar, maybe. Brian Reynolds is good. I honestly can't remember. I'll probably find a thing about it later.
But yeah, fucking pretty much all those people. When I played my career mode and the show, I like hated a lot of them because they ended up going to different teams like the same year that like I joined, and I don't know if it's because like the Pirates wanted to build a team around me because I I set it to beginner mode and just was hitting piss missiles. Just
you and me talking about it like it's just the best way to.
Yeah, it's just fun. Like, imagine just a player going up there and like every time he's up at the plate, like he's hitting it. It could go over the fence. It could be a line drive. It could be a fly out.
What's weird? When I play Madden, I don't get that. I don't get that like when I accomplish something because it's easy. Like, I don't know. I think it's just because I'm really bad at MLB The Show. Yeah. And it's just like, I'm like, okay, I can. But like, dude, I'm really good at Madden.
When we're playing MLB The Show.
We're so bad.
We need to start recording that. That would be fucking hilarious. Do you work today?
Huh?
Do you work today?
I don't know if I'm gonna work today. It's kind of I have a weird schedule. So after this, I'm gonna take the dog on a long walk so she can kind of burn that energy she has. I think we still got some pretty good. I think the weather's still pretty good out here. So it's not too unbearable. So I'm gonna do that, and then the Rams are playing at 3:30 ish. Try to wrap up the Rams game, and then after the Rams game, I think the managers at our store, they want us to go out and do like a team outing thing. Gross. We're gonna go putt together. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that it's canceled, but I don't think I'll be that lucky.
Yeah.
But
do you have to go, or is it kind of like a?
It's like we highly recommend you go to build morale and.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll wrap this up,
But I mean, I can. In my next week's schedule.
Because I don't know, it's looking like my schedule is going to get a little bit busier because we have gunnery going on, and we need to like do training for gunnery, and there's a lot of bullshit to that. So like I'm going to be sitting in a simulator a lot, practicing for it, just for me to tell them, hey, I'm getting out of the Army. It's just like in 6 months.
You made your decision?
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with it. I'm getting out. I'm just feeling a little bit more excited for potential things for the future whenever I say I'm going to get out. And that's what I base my decision on. Like, what makes me feel more excited?
That's an interesting way to look. I don't think a lot of people would do that of like, oh, I'm staying in the Army, and they either get like really anxious or they get really excited, or they get like really bummed out, like, I'm going to be in the Army for 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, so that's an interesting way to
I was anxious for like, both of them make me anxious, but only one of them made me excited. And I was just like, stay in the Army, try for SF. Like, it made me anxious. I was nervous for what's going to happen. Like, what do I need to do beforehand? And then getting out of the Army, like, I'm anxious, nervous. What do I need to do to get ready for life outside the Army? But I'm also more excited for what could be happening. Outside the Army. And I think it's just going to be, I don't know, better for me. Mental health and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, closer to home.
Yeah, closer to home, and then
help out family stuff, because I mean, I feel like every time you're in town, something's got to get done.
Something's got to get done every time I'm home. So, yeah. And that's kind of the way I'm going to go with it. And then maybe we'll be able to record more often.
Right.
In person.
Again, how we're right next to each other.
Well, if like we're going to do that,
me and you.
Just like, let me about it. I'll have to get 2 cameras, and I'll have one facing towards me and one facing towards you.
Yeah.
And we just be in the same room.
Because you can even do it where we get fancy as fuck, and there's like camera facing you, camera facing me, and then a camera facing both of us. Yeah. You could switch it between.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm going to be that good, but
that's down the line.
Down the line. Like tomorrow. No, it's going to be a minute, but yeah, man, I'm excited.
Me too. I think we need.
But we can handle this stuff on the side, and I like these little hand clapping things. We're gonna need to keep this.
It's just in. I think you can play with it too. Are you on Discord right now?
I am, but I also try and keep it just on us, so not everybody can see. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't have to do anything, but if you look like where our screens are with our or there's a little like music box thing. It has like the music note with the two little things, and then if you just hover over it, it shows you like sound effects. Oh, like, and then pops up a little image.
I don't have it just yet. Oh well. Well, I'll fuck with it later.
Fuck with it later.
But yeah, so we'll try and get another recording in for next week. It honestly might seem like you're gonna have to record it, and I'll just have to be on my phone if I'm that busy, and I can just talk you through on how to do the recording. Which is gonna fucking be difficult, but if that's what we have to do to try and keep things consistent from here on out, like, I think that's the route we should go.
So, yeah, and we can go on. Wednesday through Friday, I work 9 to 5. So, anything after those days, and then Saturday, Sunday. Well, Saturday, mom's wedding. Sunday, I took as a day off.
Okay.
I might break sober September. I don't know yet. Kind of depends on how family is at the wedding. If it's like unbearable, then I'll drink. But we will see.
Okay, bud. Yeah. Good podcast. And where is my mouse so I can turn this shit off?